First of all, I thought that this was a very hard-fought battle for our kids. I give them a lot of credit because I think they had to weather a few storms. Lipscomb's a very good team. I thought Lipscomb played extremely well during the bye week. They did some things that were a little bit different, mixed up some lineups, put some kids on the floor that really helped them space the floor. They changed defensively and did a very good job, I thought, defensively. In a man, we really haven't seen them play a man a whole lot, and so I thought Lipscomb played very well. And to our kids' credit, they found a way to gut it out and win.
Can you talk a little bit about, we've talked about this a few times before, how each night there's somebody different that's stepping up, and how a lot of times it's even some freshmen. Tonight, Sarah played really, really well. Can you talk a little bit about that, how important that is?
Well, it is important. Yeah, obviously, we want to be a team that we're an equal opportunity offense, and so whatever the defense gives us, we're able to take advantage of and score in different ways. I thought Sarah Kinch really came in the game and gave us a great boost. She did a very good job in the first half getting to the rim. Second half, she did a little bit of it as well, and also did a very good job defensively. So it was good to see. I thought Kayla played very well down the stretch. If I remember correctly, when it was a 2 or 3 point game when Kayla got to the rim and scored around the rim, and then it felt like the next possession hit a 3. And so I thought those two kids really did a very good job of understanding rhythm and flow, and got some good shots and made them for us.
Talk a little bit about your 6-1 now in the ASUN, 10-8 overall, kind of hitting your stride as we approach sort of the last part of the season. Can you just talk about where the team is right now?
Well, I think the team is playing very hard. I told them actually before the game, I don't question their desire to do well. I thought we had a very good week of practices, in the last 2 in particular, yesterday and today in our shoot around. I think our kids are very focused, and they're going to need to be, because now we take on the 2 best teams historically that have been at the top of the league, and there they are again in Stetson and Florida Gulf Coast. So it'll be a great challenge for us. We certainly, I don't know as much about them in terms of their personnel this year, but their style of play, both similar in the respect that they don't really post up, although Stetson has a post kid this year, so it'll be interesting to see. But both teams that really space the floor and attack the rim and shoot it really well, and we had a chance to play against some of that tonight.
What kind of things are you going to have to do well this week to pull up 2 wins?
We're going to have to play well in every aspect of the game. Our defense is going to really have to be sound. I think both teams last year did a very good job against us, getting to the rim and then making decisions, kicking and shooting it, as well as getting to the free throw line. They're good teams for a reason. And so defensively, we've really got to figure out what it is that we can do to slow them down. And at this point in time, I don't really know what that is. Offensively, again, I think they're both 2 top teams in our league, not just because they can score points, but they're also very good defensively. But they're both very different in how they go about it. And so what we need to figure out is, how do we put our players in a position to be successful on both ends of the court? And I think that our players' attention is very good. Now it's a matter of seeing both styles of play and figuring it out a little bit.
Kayla, can you talk about that when you're on the floor and you're playing pretty well, but the other team is just not letting you pull away? They're hitting their threes, they're doing just enough to stay close. How does that feel as a player, and what kind of things do you do to make sure they don't actually tie or take the lead?
Whenever we hit a shot, then we come down and they hit a shot, or they get fouled or something, we're in the huddle, and I'm just making sure that we're all positive, staying together, that we don't get down on ourselves. We're like, we got to make sure we get a stop this time, and make sure we come back. If we can't have them come down and get a shot, and then that's not have an answer for them. So we're just constantly talking, making sure that we're going to get the job done.